Amy, what is our next topic?
Our next topic comes to us from Estan B. Wow. Just wow. I've been really excited for the new Pinocchio movie with Tom Hanks by Robert Zemeckis. Condolences. I thought this was a can't miss movie. Now, to be clear, I'm not in Venice and I haven't seen it, but the reviews are coming out and they are awful. I've been seeing words like monstrosity and creepy in all the wrong ways. What do you think went wrong with this Disney offering?
Ooh, Esteban, that is the question, right? We are getting so many reports right now about Pinocchio, Disney's version of it, the Robert Zemeckis version, and it is not good. Misguided remake is creepy in the worst way.
That ad's not helping the vibe of this whole screenshot.
Oh, and that's very true. Off to the left there, we're like,
Cardi, not now.
Cardi, what you doing? So... This is a movie, I'm going to be fully transparent. Going into this, I was much more excited about the Guillermo del Toro version of Pinocchio than this one. Because, as you and I were talking about earlier, Pinocchio should be creepy. Yeah. It's a cautionary tale. It's supposed to scare the shit out of your kids so that they won't do anything
I don't want to be a
bad.
donkey.
I don't want to be a donkey, so I'm never going to drink or smoke. Yeah. Right? That's the whole thing.
Oh, God,
here.
I wish that worked on me.
And then, whoops, you found out it was fiction and life changed.
Oh,
so
that doesn't look good, though, does it?
Well, what's confusing is this movie has so much going for it. And I say this as somebody who hasn't seen it yet, so I am going to watch it and make my own opinions. We've got Keegan-Michael Key as the fox, who I adore. I'm so happy he's in so much stuff right now. Pinocchio does look like a very, very great throwback to the original Pinocchio from Disney that we're all very familiar with.
I think a little too cartoony next to that fox, though. Like, don't love that. Like, pick a
lane.
Yeah.
There is a weird kind of uncanny valley dissonance here, too, where the two images don't feel congruent.
Someone said he looks like a piece of merchandise come to life, and I do see it.
Oh, that's apt. That is very, very apt.
That was one of my things, too, in seeing the trailer. It was just like, he doesn't seem to have a lot of wooden details. So, yeah, it looks like a CGI, like, purposefully cartoon-looking Pinocchio, and then a very hyper-realistic, like, fox and stuff like that.
Well, and Jiminy Cricket looking like a real cricket is such a choice with a capital C. We call that strong but wrong in the choice category. Oh. But Tom Hanks's Geppetto should have at least worked. That's the one that really shocks me, because that feels like such surefire casting.
And that's what some people are complaining about too. I mean, if we look at IndieWire, Pinocchio is only the second worst movie featuring Tom Hanks as a puppet master with a thick European accent, released in 2022.
That review has instantly invalidated itself. I will not hear Elvis slander. That movie's incredible.
We also have some things coming in over on Rotten Tomatoes. AV Club writes, for the most part, things shuffle along charmingly enough for a welcome but hardly necessary reimagining of Claudi's text, at least until they really, really do not. San Francisco Chronicle, like Disney's tepid 2019 live-action remake of The Lion King. It's virtually a beat-by-beat remake of the original, but without the original's energy and movement.
And I think maybe that's probably, I don't know, I feel like there's an issue with all of these live-action remakes where if they don't work kind of wonderfully, kind of magically, like a few of them have managed to, there's a little insult to injury of, this wasn't great, it's such a cash grab, just like an overarching, like, why did we do this? Why am I watching this? I could have watched the original.
Yeah, well, and I think that's the key, right? It has to be a reimagining. Because while the live action Aladdin has a lot of the notes of the animated film, they really did their own thing. Whereas, you know, Beauty and the Beast, for me, didn't really, really land. It's also because Beauty and the Beast is one of the greatest animated films of all time.
True.
Don't fight anyone about it. We continue having things too about it's a wooden live action remake. The titular puppet at its center, Pinocchio lingers in an existential purgatory. This isn't awesome stuff to hear.
I don't love that.
I have to mention the other Pinocchio movie that's coming out, which I actually was more excited for.
I'm
just
pumped about it.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, Guillermo. Yeah, because even if like the looks is like completely different, that's what I like. That's what I liked about it. I'm interested to see how he's going to go about this property.
Is no one hyped about the Pauly Shore Pinocchio? Because we're getting three Pinocchios.
Wait.
There is a Lionsgate animated Pinocchio called Pinocchio: The True Story. Was that it?
All I know is Pinocchio sounds like this.
It's Pauly Shore being like,
Father.
"But father." So there's 3 Pinocchios to choose from right now.
It's too many. That's the other thing. And one review, and as we were talking, pointed out, it's like, there's not enough meat to this story. Like, you go back and you watch things like Pinocchio, like Snow White, like some of those original Disney movies. It's like, these are like tiny baby fairy tales that they didn't add a ton of meat to. So, like, this is not a story I need to hear 3 times.
Well, I just saw the poster. Taylor just showed me the poster of this.
For the Lionsgate one?
Yeah. Was it even worth mentioning, Amy?
My most anticipated movie of 2022? Yeah, I think it was.
It was great. I think part of this too for me, and I got a little ish from people when I talked about how like Robert Zemeckis hasn't been firing on all cylinders for me when it comes to these animated properties.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about Polar Express.
I was going to say, not a man known for his like beautiful CGI rendering.
Yeah, I mean, Polar Express was not my favorite. That Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey, while very book accurate, again loses some of the magic.
I have a lot of thoughts about that one.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
And I understand I'm biased because Muppet Christmas Carol exists, and that's
It's
the best
the best,
adaptation
yeah.
in my humble
What
opinion.
about Rin Tin Tin? He has nothing to do with that movie, right?
That's Spielberg, and that movie's beautiful
yeah.
and perfect.
Hey,
I love
I'm
the
sorry,
Adventures of
Mr.
Tintin.
Spielberg.
Oh my gosh! But for me, a lot of the animated choices that Zemeckis has made lately just haven't really worked, and I'm wondering if that's another part of the issue here. Is the uncanniness, is the kind of hodgepodging of some of these. Obviously, we won't know until we all watch it.
And in defense of the movie, it's not a stellar score, but it looks like it's sitting about 48% audience liking it on Rotten Tomatoes. So half the people watching it, give or take, are going, I enjoyed it. So
Exactly. And as we've seen time and time again, too, maybe sometimes the critics and the audiences just don't mesh, and we have a difference in opinion.
those are some pretty spectacularly bad reviews, though.
They are. And whew, I'm getting less excited about watching it, but still.
I'm getting more excited though. Like, am I the only one? Because I would rather
Just
watch a
sitting
train
there
wreck
with your-
than it was fine. And that's the thing. I feel like most of these Disney live actions fall into a bit of a, it's okay. Don't really know why they had to do it, but it was fine. So, like, let's do this. Train
I
wreck.
actually have a text message from Robert Meyer Burnett if you would like to know his thoughts on Pinocchio.
Oh,
would.
please.
Robert says Pinocchio is not good.
Strong
Hot
words
take.
from a strong man. All right. Well, y'all, what do you think about this? Is Pinocchio just ripe for kindling, or is this going to be a fantastic film? Let us know your thoughts about the movie in the comments down below.
We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Storyblocks. Guys, I have been an enthusiastic fan and user of Storyblocks for years. I go to them whenever I'm in need of content creation assets like royalty-free music, video clips, or templates for my creative projects, ranging anywhere from little editorial videos to my very own full-feature documentary. Storyblocks helps you bring your stories, videos, and projects to life without sacrifices due to time, budget, or access to resources. They have over 1 million different story assets ranging from stock videos, audio and music, an in-browser video editor, and they feature pre-designed templates, animations, and outros. Storyblocks uses an affordable subscription model, and their unlimited access plans offers, well, unlimited video and audio downloads rather than a costly pay-per-clip model. With Storyblocks, you'll be able to create more content and, more importantly, better content, all while using a subscription plan that fits your budget, utilizing unlimited downloads of demand-driven and diverse content. So if you're interested in upping your content creation game, head over to www.storyblocks.com/Campea and get started today. That's www.storyblocks.com/Campea.